If you look average, you will have an average girl. And that's a quote by Mystery. Now, in this session, I want to explain how did I end up here in Kathmandu together with Wendy. And in order to show you that, I have to take you back into my little history. I was married for 18 years, then I divorced. I was single for a year and a half, and I thought, how am I going to find a new partner? And I decided to be inspired by flirting experts. Why? Because my opening sentence used to be, "You're the nicest girl over here, I'm the nicest boy, let's dance." And I thought that flirting may have changed due to internet, etc. And I think I needed an update. So I turned to flirting experts. And where do you find experts? Online, in bookstores. And I started to look and I found this little booklet. It's called The Flirting Expert, Master Flirt. And it's just a funny book. And it even has a page in it. If somebody's asking, what are you reading? They have some answers to show. It's just fun. The basic lesson for me was, don't take yourself too seriously. Flirting is playing, not too serious. Even a question like, what kind of work do you do? Of course you can say, I'm a consultant and this and that. But it's far more fun to say, to make it into sort of a game. And say just, do you know the highway? Where they have those little signs alongside the highway? Yeah. And then, and some of those signs have a number on it, which shows you where exactly you are on the highway. And then on top of that, there's a little sign with a round number on it, with a round plate on it, and it shows you the actual maximum speed at that highway. Yes, and I clean those signs. Now, this is the content of how you could answer it, but it's more like playing. You tell a little bit, you pause, you respond to glances, you smile, and you just have fun, and you let yourself drift away from the topic, and she will bring you back and say, "Yeah, boy, what's the work?" Something like that. Don't take yourself too seriously. It's fun, and that's the essence of this book. Then, after some more time, I came on television. I heard something about a book called The Game, and it was written by an undercover journalist, and he had been subdued into a society that's all about perfecting the flirting game. And he's been undercover for 2 years, and then he wrote a book about it. Huge book. It blew my mind. And it's totally different. They have their own language, they have their own websites, they have their own techniques, they have their own training courses, they have their own houses. It's amazing. And they see the flirting process as a very linear activity. It's find, meet, attract, and close. And that's the whole process of flirting and attracting any girl, woman that you would like. And I found that to be unbelievable. And if I find things unbelievable, then I'm in for an experiment. And so I tried all kinds of stuff that I found in the book. And the book is packed. It sounds like I'm promoting the book. I'm not. It's more like I'm the one who just wants to experiment and find a new partner. That was my intention. And so if you want to, the average girl or the average boy meets an average girl. So if you don't want to be average, you have to be different. totally over the top different. So instead of one watch, I would wear two. During the day I would wear glasses, but I always would glasses during the night. And there's so much things that's totally changed the way that I behaved in that time. And just being curious, how does it work? One of the things was very nice to do was how to find the perfume to attract the woman that you want to attract. So the basic thing is very simple. You just go to a perfume store, a drugstore, you select 2 different perfumes that you really like, and you put one on this hand and one on that hand. And you go outside and you take a pencil, and if you see a woman or a girl that you like, you just approach her and say, with a big smile, I need some womanly advice. I'm selecting my new perfume and I want to know which one smells the best. And you smell this one and that one. And if she says this one, you just say, you take one line on your arm with a pencil and thank you, and you go away. And then you meet the next one. Now, of course, I wouldn't go out with 2 glasses on. That will sound ridiculous, but when I go out, I just wear these glasses. So these guys, they have perfected the flirting game, and it's all about being attractive and taking a couple of steps in the right order. It starts with a very big smile. It's a big smile that attracts people and shows confidence. And it's also like being like characters like James Bond or Brad Pitt, and they are very relaxed. They have their hands hanging down and they don't move too much, and they have this amazing smile, and that's really important. Now, there are tons of things to say and do, or not to say and do, and of course I cannot go into all of the details of this book, but one of the things is it's the 3 seconds rule. If you enter a location, within 3 seconds you have to decide which girl you find attractive. You have to look at where she is, in what kind of setting she is, and if she's in a group, you have to approach that group immediately. Now, that's a challenge. You just enter, look around, stand at the door, less than 3 seconds, and you walk straight to the group with the girl that you like. And you say to the group, it seems like the party is over here, with a big smile. And then you turn to the girl that you like and you say, if I didn't fall for men, you would be my wife, with a big smile. And then you turn to the group and you ask them, how do you all meet? And you start to talk with the group and you neglect the girl a little bit. And then after a while, if she wants to join in, because she feels that you are the center of attention in that group, you just tease her a little bit and say, is she always this hungry? And how do you tackle her? And then you continue with your talk with the group and try to find out how everyone knows each other. And if you find out that she's with one of the boys, they just say goodbye and go away. If she's not with one of the guys specifically, after some minutes you say, I've been neglecting your girlfriend. Is it okay if I talk with her a couple of minutes? And of course they will say it's okay. And then you say, come, I would like to show you something cool, and you take her away just a little bit outside of the group to a place nearby. And as you go in front of her and take her hand and you take along, you squeeze her hand, and if she squeezes you back, it's a sign of interest. And then you talk a little bit about things that there are all stories that you can tell, make it a little bit interesting, kinetic experiences, or games with asking numbers, and of course they always most of the time think of 7, and very playful little things. Even do sensory guided visualizations, all just to just see if she's interested. Now, if she squeezed your hand, that was one sign of interest. If you stop talking and she wants you to continue talking, it's a sign of interest. And after 3 signs of interest, you pause and you say, "Do you want to kiss me?" And if she says no, then you say, "I didn't say you could, but you seemed like you were up to something." If she says maybe, then you say, "Well, let's find out." And if she says yes, then you can kiss. So it's a kiss closing win-win situation, or no-lose situation. So all those things together is just the tip of the iceberg of the flirting game. And to me, it sort of signals it's not me, but it was fun to experiment. And when I finally met Wendy, she said that although I looked outrageously over the top, she thought that underneath there was her man. And the thumb ring that I had, and I gave her at the end of the evening, and saying, "You're not a thief, are you? So I give you my thumb ring to keep." And that thumb ring eventually led to the fact that she wanted to see me again, just to return the thumb ring. I didn't tell her that evening that I had 5 thumb rings to give away. At the end, she laughed about it, and we had a lot of fun about it. So, my question to you, as this is the end of this episode, my question to you is, what is this to you? So, remember, I read books on flirting and flirting games, just to give you the tip of the iceberg, so you don't have to. See you next time.